You doing good?
Yeah.
All right, cool. This is behind my illustrious beard.
What's good, peoples? Come on in the room.
Come on in the room. Tell the pastor, say, come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor.
And
He writes out all my scriptures. Oh,
and
he gives me all my medicine up in the room. Tell the pastor. What's up, everybody? We up in this thing.
what's
Let me
good?
share.
What's good?
Dante said the algorithm must be messed up because he didn't get no pop-up last week.
It was our first time back in a while. I had to take a little hiatus for personal reasons.
Hiatus. Hiatus.
So, I understand things may not be working properly. But we got Dante. What up, Dante? What up, Julie? Private investigator. We
Oh,
got
yeah.
Tori in here. What you talking about, Julie? With the music notes. What you trying to say, girl? What you trying to say?
That illustrious voice was up in here.
Oh, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was I.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, how was your weekend? This is the close of another week.
Let me tell you something. Last week I was on vacation. Today is my last day. I will be on vacation again this coming up week. I got use it or lose it. I'm gonna be out of that.
You should have gave me some of them vacation days.
Mm-mm. You good?
Stingy. Y'all stingy. But yeah, so I will be returning back to work. Let me check the calendar. Next Thursday.
I won't
So
be there.
good.
I'm gonna text Ben and have you work my region.
I got enough problems to deal with when I get back to my own region.
You probably got a million emails, doctors and TMs and DMs and PMs and nurse practitioners, PhDs, DDDs, DDT, all waiting for you. Lord Jesus, where you been? Cause they done fucked your shit all the way up.
You know it. What up, Rashida?
What up, Rashida?
So I'll be returning on April Fool's actually. So
Cause you was an April Fool.
I'm not an April Fool. I'm a November turkey. But yeah, do we have Friday the 2nd off? That's what I wanted to ask you.
I don't know.
It's Good Friday, right?
Yeah,
So I will
but I
be
really don't know.
check on that for me.
Girl, I'm off till next Friday. Well, till next Monday.
Well, I'll ask Ben. I gotta text my boss anyway to let him know that I'll be returning next week and all of that good stuff.
Right.
Gotta get back into the swing of work.
Shit. You gotta get up, roll out of bed to the living room.
No, I roll out of bed to the corner of my bedroom.
Mm. You did move it.
Yeah, I have my work stuff in the corner of my bedroom now, and just to kind of separate, my gaming and, my leisure stuff that I do outside of work
Oh
from.
yeah. You ain't gotta have all that right there in front
Right, because it is a distraction. Sometimes I'll be working on this side and then look and be like, you know what I could be doing? I could be doing a new layout and blah, 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 and.
you. Right.
So I gotta take away the temptation from my workspace.
Right.
But but yeah, so you doing some crawfish this weekend?
Every weekend, the baddest in the land, man. But seem like everybody be ballers now out of fucking nowhere. They got another lady pop up today The word on the street is, I'm still the king.
Hey, sometimes you gotta let people try to do what you can do to see if they can actually do it the way you do it.
Okay. They fucking can't.
Sometimes it
They
bees
try,
like that.
but they can't. They try, but they can't.
It bees like that. But yeah, so what else do you wanna intro in before we get started on today's topic?
I'm gonna tell you this. I ain't got nothing else. This all I got.
Other than the topic.
Okay, here's the thing. In politic news, hold on, we ain't doing no damn intro. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm telling you, Ken. Anything that you would like to say about your day, your week, just anything before we get into the intro?
No.
Okay. Well, then go ahead with the intro. Julie.
What's up, everybody? Okay.
Julie, we need you. That's all I was going to say. Go ahead. My bad.
What's up, everybody? You know what it is. Big Ken.
And Joy of the Queen. And this is another episode of...
Maybe I'm motherfucking tripping. Because these people in these streets is tripping. See, you can't read my shirt, but being that we're in Texas, it says I'm straight out of quarantine. No mask. 100% occupancy. But everybody wearing masks still. Still don't get it. I don't get it. They still want you 6 feet apart.
I'm wearing my mask. I don't care what nobody say.
6 feet apart. Wear your mask.
I do not care. I am wearing my mask. I am staying away from people. I'm still limiting the places that I go to, which I don't really go nowhere anyway. But yeah, no. I'm not doing it.
But
Texas,
no, look.
Texas is cray cray.
The thing about it, we're going to talk about Georgia right quick for a second. They've been open for a while. But I know you didn't see the story because I know this is a curveball. Curveball alert. Julie, our unofficial producer, but she has been upgraded to moderator. So if you cut up, she will cut you out. But in Georgia, I think she's a state representative she's a state representative or something in Georgia. The governor or the mayor was signing some bill that was associated with voter suppression. So she goes to the chambers, knocks on the door. There's cops in front of the door. They arrest this woman in the building she works in because she knocked on the door of the mayor as he was conducting official business because she wanted complete transparency. Julie, look up the story. I know you're going to come with it in a second. She's on it right now. I know she is. I forgot her name, but I got it right before we went on. He said he a hypocrite.
Hold on 1 second. My bad. Sorry, y'all. Trying to get something delivered to my place real quick. Man, you know, yeah, the governor does continue to wear his mask. I think honestly, Texas is a
ass backward ass state.
But I think it's more like, you know how they say survival of the fittest. You know, it's a free for all out here.
Girl, we from Louisiana. These people ain't built like that.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. They made it like this for Texas because it's like, oh, y'all don't want to listen? All right, then. Go out there and do what you do. Made a strong survive.
but watch my shoes. Dance with your boo, but watch my shoes. You can get loose, but watch my shoes.
It says, I don't have my glasses. Can you help me read these comments? I don't want to be like this.
Representative, wait. Her first name is Park. Park Cannon knocked on the governor's door, Governor Kemp's door, and she was arrested. In the building she works with, and the governor, they are constituents. There is no reason for really to him to be, if he signs anything, anyone who works for the state, not necessarily work for the state, but whoever's a political official should have been able to go into the room. But whatever, I forgot what he signed. I know Julie's on it. Julie, what was he signing? We should have been better prepared.
Well, this wasn't a topic that we had prepared, so this was just off the wall. Just in. This just in.
Breaking news. Ba, 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 ba. Government official was arrested because she knocked on a political official's door. I don't know what charges she was brought up on, but then the cop was like, warned her, then arrested her, like straight up arrested her. Then everybody went Karen and was like, what is the crime? What is she being arrested for? What is this? What is that? I don't know who the camera woman was, but she was going live on that thing.
I appreciate good camera people. When stuff goes down, if you got a good camera and you aiming it in the right place and the audio is clear, I'm like, thank you.
Oh, she was clear as day.
Even if it was a fight, like I want to see. I got to see a good angle.
Speaking of fights, I don't know where it was. It was a video that someone on my one of my friends on Facebook shared. Father and son had a shootout in the front yard.
What?
Neither one of them could shoot because at one point they were about 10 to 15 feet away from each other. No one was hit. But the son was busting at his dad and shooting at the family home.
Why?
Shooting into it. Was busting.
What's the story behind that? Why would you shoot at your father?
Bill to make it legal to give water to people standing in line to vote and other things. To make it illegal to give people in line water.
That makes no sense.
See, little does he know, because that could be deemed under voter tampering, but then it goes into the fact of voter suppression, because if you don't want people to be hydrated as they stand in line to vote, to flip a state like they did for the presidential election, it's voter suppression of that kind. But little does he know, there are very few black people that drink water. Now, if he'd have said, and I'm going to use our word, illegal to give voters cold drinks, that would have hit a little bit different. Black people don't even drink water like that.
I drink water. Lots of it.
Tell me this. Somebody gave you an orange soda or a bottle of water. What you taking?
Water.
Okay, cool. I'm taking the soda.
What happened to your video, Ken?
It says you're calling me.
I'm not calling you.
They said you was calling me.
Flip your camera. Oh, Lord.
I'm going every which way.
Every which way.
Lord Jesus.
Honestly, I don't think that makes any sense because of the fact that, there's laws in place to not feed homeless people, don't give homeless
That's in
people
Texas.
Yeah, and I don't think it's right or fair.
Mississippi, don't pick up hitchhikers. You might have to call me back.
Well, hang up.
My camera won't do right.
Hang up and call back and jump back into the call, Lord. It says, well, I'll wait till King comes back. Hang up.
I'm trying.
Hang up the phone. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Yeah, I stay with my water bottle, too. I try to take one everywhere I go because you never know when you're going to get thirsty. You know. Do crawfish help my immune system? Yeah, actually. If you can eat a crawfish as bad as the stuff that they eat, the murkiness of the bottom of a lake, I think that boosts your immune system. Hold on, guys. Let me make sure Ken's coming back to this video call.
Good. Can you hear me?
Hold on. Let me change it.
Put that other screen back up too.
I know. I got it. There we go. Now we back.
All right.
But it says she was sent to Fulton and charged with 2 misdemeanors under state law, obstruction of law enforcement, and preventing or disrupting General Assembly.
It wasn't a General Assembly. It was a low-key private meeting that wasn't supposed to be private.
Don't know.
They need to get their shit together over there in fucking Georgia. Texas Tourist say, do crawfish help your immune system? Yes, it does.
I already answered that.
Okay, cool. I wasn't here. It does. Did what you say?
I said, yeah, as much murkiness that crawfish eat at the bottom of a lake, you eat a crawfish and now you're immune to gunk.
It's equivalent to drinking out of the hose pipe.
No, I say it's equivalent of dropping something and picking it up within 5 seconds and blessing it and then eating it anyway.
I got you. I rock with it.
Also says a law like that is to keep people from gathering and sharing information. So when he sends the police to arrest people at the polls, that's some grimy shit. I agree.
Yeah. But it's all under the cloak of voter tampering, but the wording is all fucked up because what the fuck is water? But motherfuckers don't understand. A nigga will sit out there and will die to vote these days. This ain't 19. Here's the thing. The last time it was something major in voter suppression where they were trying to hold us up from voting, 1956. Not that long ago.
Nope. And that was right around the time where Jim Crow laws were taken out of effect, even though they were still being practiced, especially in southern states.
13th Amendment came around. No slavery, but you can, be arrested and put into slavery in the commission of a crime. So they always find types of little fucking crimes to put you in jail, to put you back in slavery. Yeah. Why there's a disproportionate number of black and brown people in prison and not many of the lighter hue. Cracker ass crackers.
Well, so...
Vanilla ISIS!
Do you want to go ahead and get into our main topic of the day?
Hey! Main topic of the day.
Go ahead and bring us in, Ken. Because I wasn't really aware of this person. For one, I don't go searching for things like this online. I get
Relationship guru Derrick Jackson, JAX, S-O-N. I think that's how he spells his last name.
No, I think he just is Jaxn.
Don't even want to be a Jackson. The most prolific name in Black history. Why you don't want to be a Jackson, man? Michael Jackson. Jackson 5.
Jesse Jackson.
Samuel Jackson. Jesse Jackson. Cletus Jackson. Rufus Jackson. Betty Jackson. Isla Jackson. I'm naming all the Jacksons I know.
Don't forget Tito and Janet and Reby.
I said the Jackson 5. Reby. Reby ain't even sang a lick. She just had them babies.
Reby ain't want that life. She wanted to be normal. She wanted to be the only normal Jackson in the family.
Tito, Jackie, Marlon, Joe, the head of the Jacksons.
Don't talk about Jermaine with his glued on head. He
I don't know what he got going on. It's paint, stucco. I don't know what it is.
I think honestly, he uses a full jar of edge control every day. Shantae, what up?
What up, Shantae? Shantae.
I think I'm going to throw a curveball at you and say Jesse Jackson. I mean, not Jesse. Andrew.
No, because he had children with slaves and they didn't want to claim them.
Well, that was the curveball I threw.
Fuck that Jackson. Him, Andrew, and Derek is in the same fucking crew. But
yeah, I put it like this. I don't go searching for relationship advice online. If there's anything going on in a personal relationship, then I get advice from my mom, my dad, an elder of the family that.
Well, no, let me unpack this right quick.
Go ahead and unpack it.
He's supposedly a relationship guru, motivational speaker, does the majority of his videos in his car that's on YouTube. And he is known, because I dated a girl who would always send me these videos. She knew I didn't like them because he would always say outlandish stuff about black men and how we need our mama and we are incapable of loving and we do this and we do that for this and that reason. And then on the flip side, he would go on and talk to women who may be low self-esteem and things like that. And you know, he would cater and bash all the same on both parts, but it would always be, I think it'd be, being that he is black, he would be, his audience is mostly black because he'd be talking about black issues. But I got a song for this. Sweep around your own front door before you sweep around mine. Because he got caught up in a scandal with some women who came out and said, yes, me and Derek Jackson been having relations. We've been having relations in his marital home. Here are some pictures of me in his wife's bed. Now he's in the spotlight. Now people sitting there, see, we talking about cancel culture. Now they trying to see, do we cancel him? Do we know he was already an ain't shit ass nigga? Do we know he this and that? But then, you know, we got a couple clips so you can get the gist of, if you're not abreast, you see the word, I've been reading, abreast of what Derek Jackson is. Got a couple clips to show you guys so you can see exactly what the fuck he been saying.
All right. Let's go with this one. I'm going to pull this up for everyone to listen to. Hopefully the audio is good on this for you guys, and we'll just go off of that. Let's do it.
What's good people? Derek Jackson here. So I just read an interesting message from a young lady who has been with her boyfriend like 3.5, 4 years, And she's at that really difficult place in her relationship where she's not sure if she should stay or if she should leave. You know, her dude has perpetually put her on the back burner, the relationship on the back burner, to be on his grind and all that other good stuff. And it seems like he's doing better now, but she doesn't want to, you know, go for the okie doke. She doesn't want to get back to the same situation. So she's asking me how to know if he's truly made the change this time, because it's becoming a roller coaster. And I told her, like I'm going to tell y'all, well, first thing you got to do is make sure that your emotions are not playing that trick that emotions can play on all of us, and making us see things that are not there, like make believe that evidence of change is there when it's really not, or making us ignore evidence that a man has not changed or a woman has not changed. If you're a man listening to this, make us ignore evidence that that person is not changed that really is there. So one way to know, or one piece of evidence that a man has not truly changed, if I'm talking to women here, is if he is trivializing how you feel about what he did to hurt you. So in this situation, it will be her. If he's talking to her and he's like, oh, you overreacting. If he's comparing her to other women who had a dude who did the exact same thing and, you know, they didn't trip out like she's tripping out, that is evidence that that man has not changed and will never change, so long as he continues in that. On the other hand, if this man had genuinely changed or genuinely looking to change or on the path to change, he would not only not minimize how she feels, he would be looking to educate himself on how he's possibly made her feel, the full depth of how he's made her feel, the things that led up and what other factors in her own personal life before he even came along that could be exacerbating the issue into how she feels right now. It wouldn't be on her to be sitting there trying to just explain to deaf ears and you know, find the right words, etc., etc. He would be looking into how she felt so he could better articulate than she can how he made her feel. That's the man who is truly trying to change and changing. Which brings me to my second point. Whenever the work is strictly on you, all the work of what he should be reading, who he should be talking to, what programs he should be looking into, the marriage retreats if you're married, or relationship retreats, or courses that he should be taking, if it's all the work is on you to try and remedy this issue, that man ain't changing. He's showing you, he's indicating that he doesn't even have enough investment in the fact that he should change to change. Like when a man is truly changing, you're going to see him take like a personal vendetta, like really wage war with that old version of himself, that version of himself that hurt you, you know, that neglected you, that didn't have his priorities together, that didn't have enough structure to his day or, you know, to his schedule or whatever. Even if you are a spiritual person or a godly person, you say, well, you know, God gonna change him. We are called to be co-laborers with God, even in that case. So no matter what, you have to see somebody that is taking it upon themselves to go out and do these things. Matter of fact, if the man is truly changing, you're gonna see him overachieve in that aspect. You're gonna see him doing things and trying to have conversations with you, put parameters and boundaries in place. You probably don't even need all that much, but that's how much he's going to that's how much effort he's going to be putting forth. It's going to be something like, man, this is beyond even what I would normally ask of him. That's when a man is truly changing. And one more way you can know, or at least see evidence that a man is not changing, is if he is vague. If he is vague about the measures that he's going to take, when he's going to take them, if it's just a matter of, oh, I'll do better, you know, oh, I'm going to try one day, I'm going to go talk to somebody, I'm going to do this, that, and the other, but there's no specific time, place, there's no specific amount, there's no specific list of people, there's no specific conversation that he knows now he has to have with these women that weren't respecting the relationship, so they were just calling and texting or whatever. That man is not looking to change. I actually just talked about this yesterday whenever I was, you know, going through all the ways that somebody
Yeah. Okay, we get it. He is very long-winded. What do you have to say about that, Ken? Just that video.
Being I know what he went through and all that BS, and we're going to get to his so-called, what's that word? What's that movie? Get Out, looking ass apology. He full of shit.
I understand because, like I said, I never really knew about him before this whole, I guess you want to call it a scandal, you know, happened. I'm not a fan of a lot of pages that talk about different things like this because I think as people and as people who have relationships, not everybody's relationship is the same, and there's no rule book on how it should work or what you should say or what you should do in certain situations. Everybody handles things differently. So for me, I think that his answers to a lot of these things are kind of contradictory, I guess is what you would say.
Contradictory in general. For him
Right.
to be making a living and writing books on this shit, fucking common sense.
I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I really, honestly don't get it. And I say that because when you seem like you know everything, 9 times out of 10, you don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like with the whole Black Lives Matter movement. You know, people want to tell us what to fight for. People want us to feel a certain type of way about police brutality. People want to tell us certain things about black on black crime. And people want to say, you know, certain things about, oh, what you guys, how you guys are raised and look where you live at. And everybody can make it out and you can do better. And it's not that black and white. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
And honestly, I think he's speaking, like you said, in general, when not everything is exactly the same. For one, just from glancing through his videos, doing research, I feel like he talks to the majority women. And I think that at the end of the day, no man should be telling a woman what to do in a relationship or how another man should treat her in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I can take from this that I already don't like about, you know, about what he's saying. You know, and yes, there are women out there that have been mistreated and that are damaged goods, you know, that some may consider, or just honestly may be lost in what they're looking for in a partner because they haven't found the person that, you know, understands and loves them the way that they want to be loved or understood. But at the same time, you can't take advice from someone who doesn't have a vagina.
Wow. That's a whole mouthful right there. But I mean, but it's you know, I always say it's a perspective. I understand what you're saying, but it's always perspective. The thing about it is, like my brother said, he's fucking long-winded, talking a lot of himself. Tori said he's in love with his own voice. He's a narcissist person. Do you have any other videos you wanted to queue up?
There's plenty. I'm on his Instagram right now under his IGTV. Someone said to play something that talks about what he says about cheating.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly which one that is because, like I said, I don't watch his videos, so I can't just go straight to one. But I think let's go with this one. This one is signs he knows you deserve better than him.
So I just was reading this DM from a girl, and she was telling me about, you know, this guy that she's dating. She's like 21, 22, so they're fairly young. But it seems like his insecurities are getting in the way of them getting into a relationship. He seems interested, but it's always something that seems like he's trying to keep himself detached in a sense, like there's some type of insecurity. She so happens to be like a really pretty girl and intelligent, accomplished, all this other shit as well. So she's thinking that he may just be kind of intimidated. And what I told her was, it's like, you know, he may get over this. This may be something that he settles in and gets used to you or whatever. But the biggest thing is, are you willing to pay the price that it's going to take for you to wait for him to get over it, if he'll ever get over it? And right now, you need to also understand that, you know, when you see those insecurities as a result of fear, and fear is probably the result of him believing that you can do better than him, that he's not on your level. You know, typically when we're talking about fear, natural human response is fight or flight. Flight being the most like fearful response, at least what we associate with fear. And it comes in the form, when we're talking about dating, in the form of emotional detachment. You know, let me keep myself from getting in a relationship. Let me try to bring up things that you're probably doing with other guys, things that will, you know, make my ego be the problem, or put my ego in between the two of us, you know, becoming emotionally attached, at least on his end. Let me say things like, oh, you probably want that type of guy, not me. You probably want the rich type of guy, more educated type of guy, guy that comes from this type of family. Like, that's what flight looks like. Emotional flight looks like detachment. Now, of course, when you're talking about fight, that actually could be one of two things, depending on who he is. The negative kind of fight is whenever a guy tries to control you or control the circumstances around you. Typically, you see this more or less, not just whenever you get in a relationship, but definitely when things start getting serious, whenever he's able to say, don't go here, don't go there, why you got to be wearing that, try to shame you and see if you'll go for that shit first off, before y'all even get into a relationship. But that's That's more of the fight. Like, I know you can do better, so let me try to manipulate you. Let me try to scare you. Let me try to convince you that nobody else would ever want you. You can't do better than me. Like, you need me to survive. That's the type of toxic, problematic, unhealthy, run for the hills, don't wait for him to get over shit, if that's his response. Now, of course, the flight is just more unattractive, unbecoming, but I don't necessarily think it's a deal breaker. It is something that some guys get over. But again, fight is not all bad, because there's a good type of fight when a guy will fight himself in order to get up on your level. Like, matter of fact, actually it was about 7 or 8 years ago now, I'm getting old. Up in North Carolina, my guy, he had this girl that he had met, and they hit it off really well. They got into a relationship, but she was not on his level, at least on paper, right? So one of the problems...
Is he talking about his side chick? I'm just gonna
He
pause.
has to be talking about his side. The chick in my DMs, 21. Oh Lord, I'm getting old. I'm talking to this young girl, and I gotta figure out what I'm gonna tell my wife so I can fuck. I know how to be self-deprecating, and I know how to manipulate you to get in your drawers. That's all I heard. He giving y'all the blueprint on how he was cheating. The blueprint. Julie said he's literally describing himself.
He is. And Dante says he went in on John Gray when he cheated on his wife.
Right.
Tori says, I worry about his fans. Like, how do you feel even if I wasn't listening to him? Someone did. Someone was taking his advice to heart.
He got fans, gonna have fans, and they're gonna be people who are champion. Because look, I fuck with Kanye, and everybody knows I fuck with Kanye. Everyone knows I do. But
Yeah.
I can discern bullshit from what I like. You know what I'm saying? But there's gonna be somebody, and there's gonna be women who gonna be on his side and say, you know, he made a mistake, he slipped and fell, it wasn't him, Shaggy, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't me. You know what I'm saying?
He slipped and fell into another woman's vagina. That's what happened. Multiple women's vaginas. How many times
Right.
you gonna slip?
I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. I said I'm slipping, I'm falling, can't get up. DMX.
I just, not only is he manipulating people, but mainly, you know, black women, women of color, in believing that this is actually what guys think like and what guys want in a woman. But he's also manipulating people into buying his books. He's manipulating people into thinking that he is just this person that he's not. And one thing that, you know, I can say is, if you're going to have a career in doing something and you're the face of that brand, be ready for some type of scrutiny. And just because you're one person in front of the camera does not mean that you're that same person behind the camera. And if you're going to be being a hypocrite and doing some dirty shit behind the scenes, you either don't get caught or don't fucking do it at all. Because people are... I mean, his fans obviously were putting him up on this pedestal, like he's so
Right.
smart, he's this, he's that, and listen to his advice, you know, and all of this. And then behind the scenes, you're a completely different person. Then, I mean, you kind of wanted this to happen.
Right. But see, like they said, Tori said, or it'll be men who could be jealous of what he was putting in women's mind. I can say, here's the thing, what we're not discerning is he's describing boys and portraying them as men, because I didn't care for him. That may be the alpha in me who just saw someone and was like, that's dumb, that's dumb, that's dumb, that don't make sense, and I don't run in circles like that. I can't, let me choose my words carefully. The word I want to use is weak, but I don't surround myself with weak women who need massaging and things like that. That is a turn off to me. And those, I would say in turn, those would be girls to me and not women. You know what I'm saying? Because he attacks the independent woman and why they can't get a man, independent man why they can't get a man. He just talks about himself in third person and convey it as other people. So the woman in his DM could be his fucking wife.
I put it like this. The way that he talks is though people can't make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Everybody.
Wait. Hold tight before you go forward. Julie said the wife said she studied their sex tape. Julie, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Let Julie elaborate on that, but let me get this point out. The way that he speaks in his soapbox videos, is that is though people don't make mistakes. Not every man is perfect. Not every woman is perfect. Everybody has done some stuff. Everybody has manipulated somebody for some reason. Everybody has slept with somebody who they wasn't supposed to be sleeping with. Everybody has done something in their life to another person that would have been frowned upon according to his standard of what a person should do, right?
Everyone except Julie.
Julie is an angel. But what I'm saying is when he made his mistake, now it's people are going to condemn me, and me and my wife were separated, and I was blaming Jesus and blaming God, and I wasn't seeing my kids, and I wasn't in the right headspace. Okay, so the people that you're talking about on your videos, do you think they're in the right headspace when they manipulate people, or think they can control people, or think that they can cheat on people, or think that they can say and do something to somebody? It's like, it's dumb to me. It's very, I don't have any other way to describe it. It's dumb. First of all, you're manipulating all these people into buying your books and to believing what you're saying should be a law. But at the end of the day, you're doing the same thing. And you can't.
I will commend him. He built the platform on bullshit and people was eating.
Well, you can put hot sauce on shit. It don't make it good.
That's true too.
I think people just honestly, when you're having issues or when you're going through certain things and you're unsure what to do, don't jump on Instagram and listen to somebody like this. Like I said, go to the elders in your family, people who you trust, or see a therapist.
But he's putting out information that is like he's preaching to the choir, because we've had people and friends, associates, and family who come to you and you give them the best advice. They're not going to go by your advice. They just want, I think what he built his fan base on is this girl. He didn't say her name, no pictures, no nothing, but made her day by bringing her question to his platform. That's what people like. That's like a troll-like mentality. It's like even last week when we had those trolls that was hitting the dislike button. As I say that, please go and hit the like button as I like. Okay.
Go hit the. Hey Tom, I think Ken was trying to say, as I say that, go hit the like button.
That's right.
But he said, as I say that, go hit the like a button.
Go hit the like button right now. And that's what he's doing. It's like a troll mentality. They just want to be acknowledged, and it makes them feel good. That might have been a false ass story, a bullshit ass story, but like I said, I just don't like the man. I'm gonna say this. I don't like him. I don't not like the man. I don't like him. His persona. And I'm gonna pull the curtain back. I'm gonna pull the curtain back on how things work on YouTube, and when you have platforms, even me and Joya sometimes. We're keeping it all the way real 1,000. But to be entertaining on YouTube and other platforms, you have to be a character of yourself. He could be a totally different person outside of here. We know he's a confirmed cheater, but he found something. He found a niche and capitalized on it.
I think honestly, he's a master manipulator and a narcissist. He's a gaslighter. Everything that he described of what a bad man is what he's doing to his wife.
But he'd be attacked, bro. We can't even. This would be a 12-hour show if we went to like the deep older videos and how he was like reckless and bashing men. It was like, I don't want to hear nothing this dude got to say, because you put that into the atmosphere and into the universe, and then I could be walking through HEB and a motherfucker be like, he looks like what? He's basically giving women to say like me, like to say, you may not even know me, you may have not heard a word come out of my mouth, but motherfucker always say, you look like you got hoes. That's another interpretation of saying you an ain't shit nigga.
this is why I don't like looking for people like this on the internet. For one, if you're going to be a relationship guru, then you need to speak to all walks of life, because every race, creed, kind, they all have relationships with other people. I don't
And
like
champion some shit. He never champions nothing.
right, and I don't like the fact that it's majority that he's bashing black men, and then he's also using black women to build his platform for him, and basically that makes
Right.
people bump heads in their own communities when in actuality we should be loving each other. You know
Right,
what
because
I'm saying?
he's capitalizing on that. He's a good-looking guy. He's in shape.
He don't look good.
Huh?
He don't look good.
Well, but somebody, he does look good. Like I look good to somebody, even though I'm not attractive. You know what I'm saying?
This man does not look good.
Be back in 1 minute. This cup whooping my ass right now. I'll be back in 1 second.
Hurry up, Ken. I got points to make. So, Julie, elaborate on the sex tape thing. I did not, like I said, I'm new to this guy. I just know him from today and from whatever the scandal is, you know. Dante says that to go further, some of the videos he made in the driveway of some of those other women's houses. That's just sick and sad. And it just speaks to the type of person that he is. I just don't like people pitting each other against each other. At the end of the day, if you're going to be a relationship guru, then speak to all people, because you want to say that black men this, black men that, they ain't shit this, they ain't shit that.
Yes.
Hurry up, Ken, because I'm about to make a point.
Tori, I look like a typical jock. I feel attacked.
What I was saying was that the way that he pits, people against people, and I don't like the fact that he attacks, black men in general, when if you're going to be a relationship guru, then you should speak to all walks of life, because there ain't shit niggas. And I'm going to say niggas because nigga is a definition of an ignorant ass man or person in general. There's ain't shit niggas in every race.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to just bash black men, then that's wrong. So if you want to be a relationship guru, then you need to speak on all walks of life.
That's a fact.
That's all I'm saying.
What you going into next? You got another video, or we about to jump into this apology?
Let's do one more video. Let's see what else he got. Let's see this one. He's not busy. He just don't respect you.
So I was on my Self-Crown live chat last night, and one of my members asked me a question about a guy that she's dating. He's super successful. He's doing his thing. He got a lot going on, but she's having a hard time juggling, like just dealing with a guy who's so busy, because it's gotten to a point over the last couple of months where she don't hear from him unless she's the one that starts the conversation. Unless she wants to go, 4 or 5 days, sometimes even a week without hearing from him at all. They basically don't talk unless she's the one who starts the conversation. So I told her, like I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I don't care how successful the guy is. I don't care how many businesses he got. I don't care what kind of drama he got going on in his family life. It don't matter what, how much he's excelled in his career. It don't matter what kids he got, etc., etc. Busy does not look like you not hearing from somebody for a week straight. I say, honestly, busy don't look like not hearing from somebody for 24 hours straight. Busy does not look like, y'all don't talk unless you're the one that starts the conversation. At absolute best, and I'm being really optimistic here, you're just not a priority to him. Y'all, whatever y'all are supposed to be building is not a priority, which of course that's not solid ground for a relationship to be built on. At absolute best, it could be a friendship, in which some friendships don't require, you to talk to somebody every single day, every single week, so long as y'all are on the same page and you're not putting out more effort and making yourself more available than what you're getting in return. But 9 times out of 10, he just don't fuck with you. I mean, if you have to be the one to start all the conversations, if whenever y'all are together, he's always on his phone. If you notice that he got everything else to do in the world, but he ain't thought nothing about you, if he don't even keep his commitment of when he was going to talk to you, You know, everything can come up whenever y'all supposed to hang out. That man just don't fuck with you. I don't care. Like, sometimes it's like, man, as a woman, I get it. You don't want to get in the way of a man's success, of a man's grind, of a man's ambition, but you also shouldn't be made to have to shrink yourself in order to fit inside whatever schedule that he got. If he didn't have the capacity to build something of substance, he should have never approached you. But I'm going to tell you something. There is a type of man out there that's legitimately busy, but busy looks like structure.
Okay, you can shut the hell up already. What I will say
He's talking about himself again.
Right. What I will say about this is he's not busy. He just doesn't like you. Why does it have to be a respect thing? He may not just be as into you as he thought he was going to be. It happens.
Listen.
People holler at people all the time. You get exchange phone numbers, you text and whatever. Then, things happen to where you don't talk as much or you just don't like their conversation for whatever reason. You have the right to back away from that person if you're not interested in them. That's the situation that he's talking about. It has nothing to do with respect. Some people just don't like hurting people's feelings and say, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and I don't think we should talk anymore.
And they're using that guy as an excuse because it sounds like he's talking to one of their side pieces. He's so busy and married, he can't talk to you every day. That's what he talking to himself. But
what he should have said was, I got kids, I got a wife, I'm running a business, so I ain't going to be able to talk to you all the time because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to block your number so you can't text me anyway and my wife won't see it pop up on my phone screen. That's what he meant to say.
But the thing about it is, he used the grind as a cop-out because I grind like a motherfucker and I make time for things that I want to do and things that I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfucker got to have balance, you know what I'm saying? I work 40 hours plus a week. Got a couple businesses on the side, and the 2021, most things are ran on social media. It's nothing to put a post out right before dinner starts or right as you about to go into some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to do. It's mobile. I don't own a brick and mortar store. I don't have a brick and mortar restaurant. It's all mobile. You make time for what you want to make time for. Just tell your side pieces, look, I'm married and you are here for the pussy and nothing else. That's it. I'm not leaving my family. We never gonna be together. I got shit to do. And you gotta have you a team that understands that. Cause they got a motherfucker right now who is busy as hell, married, 12 kids, and got 6 mistresses, and don't none of them say nothing because they know what they on the bench. They trying to get drafted.
It's been like that since the beginning of times. We've had people in our family, old grandpas and great grandfathers, then died, and then all of a sudden, children that you ain't never seen before say, "That's my daddy."
At the funeral. Want to get in the limousine, you sit in the front. Bitch, you don't get your ass in your car and ride behind the procession.
But, I don't condone cheating or anything like that. But at the end of the day I guess we can go ahead and have this transition us into the apology. The one thing that I do not respect about the situation is the fact that his narcissistic behavior. You can say and do all of this stuff on your social media to bash other people and to make it seem like, you're the greatest expert of relationships and, everything you do is perfect. But when it comes to justifying the bullshit that you just did to your family and your wife, there's excuse after excuse after excuse. And that's one part of, narcissistic behavior is when you change the rules to fit your agenda to make you look like a better person. And that's what I did catch in this particular situation. And I did not respect that at all. So let's go ahead and I guess we'll listen to some of this apology and see.
Do you have the follow-ups of his wife and then when he did his other one?
No, the only thing I have that I'm going off of right now is what is on his Instagram page. But this is what I have.
Derek Jackson here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danae, and we just wanted to address a couple of things. We understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage one that was preceded by marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, you know, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true, some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took, and definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the standard that I'm going by now. Now, I'm saying this publicly, not because I'm, married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then I have to be accountable to my wife, in which we've already had this conversation. I've already told her literally everything. I've given her basically a roll call list. If I've said hello to a woman in the last 12 years of me knowing her, she knows about it. But now that it's been made so public, it's important that I first off let you guys know I do not stand by those actions. I don't want to encourage anybody to do that. And then secondly, I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that for any amount of time or any length of time to any extent and think that I can't be held accountable. The same way that I preach, men and women in this situation need to face consequences of their actions, deserve to be held accountable. Guess what? Derrick Jaxn's no exemption. He's not exempt from that. I'm also not a victim. Nobody made me do this. She didn't make me or push me to do it. The next person didn't make me. No friend influenced me. It don't matter how I was raised and what trauma, whatever. Look, I made decisions. I made a series of decisions that I got to account for. There's no excuse or justification. I've already made that bet and have had to lie in it. And now we're finally getting on to the other side personally in our own healing, in our own marital oneness. And now this is being made public to you guys, so we're bringing that forth to you guys to let you know where we're at with that. But did you want to say anything?
Yes, so I do want to just add that I agree with what he just said. There is no...
I'm gonna stop it right here.
Before you go on with your point, I would like to tell the class that I said something earlier to where when you go on these entertainment platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and things of that nature, you have to be a character of yourself. Do you see this motherfucker never said I? This motherfucker said Derrick Jaxn, which is his online persona. He never said I. So he still hasn't taken accountability of his fucking actions.
He's never going to take accountability for his actions. You know why? Because he's more worried about his brand than he is about his family. He's not sorry that he did what he did to that woman. He's sorry that had a bad image of his brand.
Right. But who told me this? Oh, after you move on, I got a caveat to add to this whole piece of bullshit. This whole thing. Even I'm gonna say Derrick Jaxn, his wife, the woman who outed him. When I tell you what this was happening, you finna say, I know you fucking lying. I know you FLY. YN, I don't know how they do FL. Are you gonna say INFL?
Let me say this though. The reason why I stopped it there is because I don't believe that in this particular situation, the wife needed to say anything.
Why are you holding her hand so tight? She looks like she's in captive.
He wants to make it seem like he loves her. So he wants to hold...
Who holds hands like that?
Somebody who has a fake image of love.
Who holds hands like that?
My thing too is that if he was truly sorry for what he did and he really wanted to say that you know, he was sorry to his wife. I think that he would have looked at her the whole video. He would have comforted her. He would have showed some type of remorse and not sound like he's actually reading from a script. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think that, you know, in this particular situation, if I was her, I wouldn't have been there. You did this, so this is something that you need to justify. I don't need to be there. I don't need to agree with what you're saying.
Right.
That's something that we would talk about privately. Now, if you want to address your fans and you want to address the public because you've been outed and caught and all of this stuff, that's on you. But what we talk about as far as our relationship and how we may move forward or may not move forward or whatever terms that we agree on is not going to be on camera. I won't even be in the same house. You want to do your little video? Go in the car like you've been doing. Go in your little car and make your little video.
Damn.
And-
Little car?
Yep, and then when you're ready to really talk about the real issues of what's really going on, then come to me and talk to me. Until then, don't have me on no Beyonce's internet talking to these people.
Not the beehive.
Because it doesn't even look like she was prepared. Now, don't get me wrong. People were bashing this woman, saying she was ugly, why she had that on her head. She don't look like this and that. This is a beautiful woman. And I don't care what nobody says. This woman is beautiful. This woman had nothing to do with what he did to her. Leave that woman alone.
Right. But they were trying to say it was a bonnet. It was actually a knit beret, but she was in all black. But I went and seen some videos of her or whatever. That's her. She's eccentric like that. It's real different.
Everybody has their own style. I'm not going to sit here and bash this woman and all of this stuff like that. That is a beautiful woman. You know, I don't know them personally. Like I said, I just found out about this situation. She's going to, you know, handle the situation the way that she wants to. But at the end of the day, to me, it has nothing to do with her. It was his mistake. He was out here preaching on the soapbox and then turning around cheating and all that stuff. That has nothing to do with her. He needs to be more concerned about his family and how to fix that issue and to fix himself internally, like he says in his videos, versus trying to save his business.
Mm-hmm.
Just like he said in his video.
Tori brought up a good point. I don't know if you got the video. He went side by side in his own video and critiqued the apology. Then this man sat up there and blamed little 9-pound, 8-ounce baby Jesus of his cheek. He said
Jesus was 9 pounds, 8 ounces?
9 pounds, 8-ounce baby Jesus. And said once he gave his life to Christ, it all went downhill from there. So he fucking women in the church. First lady, deaconess, choir director, if she female or male, the organist, the soloist, all the praise team. He's smashing the praise team. He's smashing.
No.
First lady, the usher, head usher board, the lady that shout every Sunday.
The usher.
The usher, the lead vocalist in the choir that sing all the solos. Can't nobody sing solos because she's the best soprano and she got them octaves. Smashing her. The lady that work in the lunchroom. The lady that work in the daycare.
The lady.
The Sunday school.
The lady that put together the plate lunches after church.
That lady. The women's auxiliary. All that.
The lady, the head of the singles committee.
That was first on the list. First. The liturgical dancers, is the right word? Liturgical dancers?
I don't know, Ken.
You know, they be singing Wind Beneath My Wings.
Mm-hmm. All of them.
Fly, oh fly away, the wind beneath my wings. Derek Jackson under my wings. That's what he's saying.
It's just.
You don't know.
It's just
like
his behavior.
What Derek Jackson has done for me. Lift me up. Then the man, turn me around. Place my feet. That's the outros right there. On solid ground. That's what he did. You tell me what he did. He went there and he ran amok in that church. Running amok from the front to the back.
Like the Jamaicans say, he went in there and mash it up.
My shit top. He mashing those women up. Them guys.
Them guts, them sugar.
But at the end of
Man.
the day, Derek Jackson is a hypocrite. He's a narcissist. He is not a great representation of the black man, because you have to, when it's one of us, unlike Gary Owen, the comedian who he's white from the Caucasus Mountain, has an all black audience, and that's who listens to Gary Owen. Derek Jackson, you cannot be talking to nobody but your people, period. That is the base of your fucking platform. Black men and women between the ages of 25 and 55.
I just don't understand it, man. I really don't. I don't. And I feel so sorry for this lady, y'all. It just, if he was such a man that he portrayed in his, his videos, he would have saved or spared her this embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? He would have spared her this. And I don't know whether or not she's embarrassed or not, but I would have been. You know what I'm saying? And I would have rathered him get all this backlash on his own, or be a man and say, I cheat, and
Right.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stop, and I'm interested in other women, and I know it's gonna hurt you, so let me just leave this. Do like Donnell Jones. Exactly.
I don't mean to hurt you, baby. No. Never did I imagine that you would play a special part in a decision that's so hard. Do I leave? Do I stay? Do I go? Man, I don't know the word. But that doesn't mean the most. Cause the love that we share is real. But in time, money,
Your heart will heal.
I'm not saying I'm gone, but I must without you. This when you love someone, you just don't treat them bad, Derek Jackson.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say, is he could have spared her this embarrassment and said, I've been cheating, I ain't shit, just like I've been telling everybody else they ain't shit. Go on and live your life.
You ready for the curveball?
Well, hold on. There's another curveball. Dante says that Gary Owen is getting a divorce due to cheating.
He is getting a divorce, allegedly cheating. We don't have the particulars as of yet. His wife did go on social media and attacked, I think the name that she said was someone I heard on one of them Housewives shows, supposedly had been introducing him to women and things like that, but she came back and said that she did not do that. She hadn't talked to Gary in years, so you need to take care of your house before you come for me. Because I didn't send for you. How y'all say it? Don't come for me till I send for you.
I never said that, but I think that's sad. But what I can say is that I do think that Gary really loves his wife. He always big ups his wife, his family. He talks about how he ain't nothing without his wife and how much he loves her and everything like that. And hopefully that's not true.
They
But
work it out. I really hope they work it out, but if they get a divorce, that's life.
but people are human and people make mistakes, just like I said. Nobody is Derek Jackson perfect. So give me
Not fired.
that curveball.
curveball is this. All right, so we got the mistress, and there's other women that think that are coming forward who he had dealt with, but his whole plan may be spoiled because Derek Jackson has a book coming out talking about this incident. So is it a ploy for book sales? Is his wife in on the conspiracy? Like I said before, we're characters of ourselves and we create stories for profit.
My thing is this.
The book is dropping, and this situation is in it.
I put it like this. If she isn't on it, she better get her mother money. Cause there ain't no way you gonna embarrass me like that, and I ain't getting something from it. I'm sorry.
She's not going nowhere. She already said she's not going anywhere. They're gonna work through it. She's done videos about her attire. She's done videos about her relationship. And here's the thing: how she looks in that video is how she looks in those other videos. Same beret, she had a camouflage shirt, same as armor. Said.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though. I'm down with the head wrap speak. I'm down with all of that. Real eccentric style. The type of style that after you date Erykah Badu, that's how you start dressing. Like I'm down with all of that. But at the end of the day, and like I said, everybody's different. But at the end of the day, couldn't be me. That's all I'm gonna say. Couldn't be me.
You full of shit.
You did what with who? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Julie said using the Kanye strategy. Kanye told Kim Kardashian, speak to me through my security. Yeah, Kanye is on like a Jeff Bezos level. Is where he's married this woman. Only difference is Kim Kardashian had money already, but it's like, I'm gonna give you what the fuck you want. Leave me the fuck alone because I'm gonna be all right with you.
No. Like I said, it couldn't be me. Don't even contact me.
Right.
Forget security. Forget my mama. Don't send no messages through her either. Don't call my family members, cousins, friends, none of that. Talk to my lawyer.
Right? He said talk to security.
If it ain't a legal document, I don't want to hear about it. And that's on baby.
That's on baby and them, and I don't even know who and them is. But
that's on baby Jesus. 9
ahead
pounds,
and
8
get out of
ounces.
here, man. We've been right over an hour. This is a great segment. We can go and wrap it up. That's all I got on Puss Ass Derek Jackson. Making it hard out here for a pimp. But I don't think he's gonna be canceled. I think his fan base is solid to where he can come back. I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of who had a bigger fallout and shook back.
Jay-Z.
But Solange helped that by attacking him in the elevator. He didn't do anything. Now, if he would have retaliated on her in that elevator, he'd have been done.
Derek Jackson ain't hit nobody either, but I'm just saying. Stuff came out. Beyonce got an album out of it.
Yeah, but I'm saying Solange kind of saved him by putting her hands on him, and he didn't do anything. He just stood there. If he would have retaliated, I think it would have been a lot worse.
I think it would have been a little bit better if they jumped him. That's just my opinion, though.
Because you're violent. You chose violence this morning.
I did not choose violence this morning.
You chose violence this morning. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I just thought it would have been a little bit more interesting. It's like, have you ever just like...
I think if he put his hands on Beyonce, they'd kill him.
No, I'm not saying Jay-Z should have hit nobody. Of course not. But I'm just saying if Beyonce and Solange would have like both been beating on him in the elevator, I think it would have just been a little bit more interesting.
True.
I ain't never seen Beyonce lay hands on nobody. So I thought it,
She looked like she got heavy hands, though. No cap.
She do. She be dancing. She be getting it. Look like she...
She got that deep voice. Yes, this is Beyonce, and I'm going to... My brother gonna kill me because he loves Beyonce.
He said Beyonce talk a good game.
That's all I got on this subject, man. We can go ahead and wrap it up and get up out of here.
All right, sounds good. If you guys are part of the rewatch gang, let us know how you feel about Derek Jackson and this whole situation in the comments below. Make sure you go ahead and hit the like on this video on the way out. Make sure you also subscribe to our Patreon. That is patreon.com/maybe I'm tripping. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, as well as YouTube if you are not already subscribed. Thank you guys so much for coming through and having a chat with us. We're getting better and better. We're doing the things that, we're trying to make our layouts look good. Dante say, wait. No. We're just trying to be able to share things, having the videos play on screen while we're watching them instead of just talking about it. Of course, when we get more topics, when I finally decide to get back into social media and find topics, those will be up on the screen as well. Everything we do for you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and take us out, Ken.
Another thing that I do for you every Saturday, Mr. B.R. Crawfish, the best in the city. Mr. Straight Drop, no sauce. Got the crawfish every Saturday here in the San Antonio area. Next week I'll be expanding to Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. We're working on delivery options via DoorDash. They're paying us, but I'm not using them. Still working out the kinks on that, but we're getting bigger and better every day over here at Mr. BR's Crawfish. We're doing bigger and better things over here. Maybe I'm Tripping Podcast, and we also have Men, another podcast that I have that Julia produces. We're trying to work some kinks on that. But listen, the content's coming. We 2 weeks strong. We made a year. Today's the
26th.
28th is when the first episode came out, I believe.
Okay,
I think we recorded it on the 23rd. It came out on the 28th, I think.
Yes, because we had trouble getting it off of the phone. Then we had trouble getting it, converted in the laptop. Finally, try to get it up on YouTube, but that's neither here nor there. We figured out some. We figured out some things since then, and that was pre-COVID.
Right before they shut everything down.
So that's when we had the capabilities and abilities to record in person.
Right, which we're working on getting back together once we get our schedules together. Even though I'm not too busy to get my grind together, I still make time for things that I want to do. Derek Jackson, you can make time, man. But this has been another episode of Maybe I'm Tripping. Big Ken, I forgot.
I was waiting. I held it.
I forgot. Big Ken.
And Joy of the Queen. Guys, one thing before we're out is if you love someone, you make time for them. And that's it. Peace.
Peace.